most unique speeches in the history of Canton, Ohio. Gonzalez spoke with the polish of a seasoned broadcaster. Reed spoke with a candor that social media desperately tries to prevent. They used their life stories to craft messages aimed at young people. While fighting tears, Reed discussed the choices he had to make at an early age to protect his athletic future and his opportunity to uplift his family from poverty.
I had to grow up fast, y'all. I had to mature real fast because of my environment. It was crime infested. All kind of things going on.
Reed said a police officer stopped him one night, forced him to get in the back of his patrol car, and gave him advice that would change his life.
Son, I know you. I see you around here playing sports. So you don't need to be hanging with those other kids and other guys because you have something.
Reed said he backed away from friends involved in criminal activity. He moved in with a school counselor and her husband to avoid the violence and trouble in his own neighborhood. Reed then added,
I would say, to the point of what we have going on in our society, don't aggravate, or should I say, push an officer to have to do something they don't have to do, shouldn't have to do. We all are human beings. Just make it home, man. Take your ticket and go. Just take that slap on the wrist and get arrested.
Reed's words were simple common sense, but that kind of public airing of common sense has been illegalized by social media. We pretend there is value in arguing with unarmed men and women who the government has granted life and death power. Gonzalez's speech focused on explaining how he used failure and criticism to evolve and grow.
The downs is where the learning is. That's where the knowledge comes. That is the reason why I'm standing here. It's not about the touchdowns. It's not about the catches. It's not about the glory. The most learning you'll ever do is when you go through the bad times. In fact, that's part of it. That's part of it. So welcome that when it comes, because I know what it's done for me.
Gonzalez's initial years at Cal Berkeley were a waste because he prioritized socializing and partying. His second year in the NFL, he led the league in drops and appeared to be a bust. He changed his approach to the game and his mindset by reading books about some of the greatest
out there playing football or any sport. When you start out, it ain't how you start out, it's how you finish. First thing you got to do is get through that fear. First thing you got to do.
So much of modern discourse is compromised by celebrities saying things publicly they don't say privately. I ask people all the time, is that the advice you would give your kids? I didn't have to ask that Saturday night listening to Ed Reed and Tony Gonzalez. More Speak for Yourself after this.